A final chat with the Chief Minister over this weekend. We're putting the items out. The MLCs are coming up. We've got one that you've actually proposed. That's quite interesting that you're putting your force behind a recommendation. Is that unusual?
Not necessarily. People forget, I might be Chief Minister, but I'm also MHK for Ramsey as well, and I have equal rights to every other MHK in the House of Keys to make that proposal. Mr. Malpass, who I am proposing, is currently the Chairman of Ramsey Commissioners, has been for 3 years, has made a very positive contribution to the politics of Ramsey and the north of the island, and has extensive experience in the shipping industry, which is an important sector of the Isle of Man economy. We need people in government who can help contribute to economic growth, expansion, can understand what the challenges are, and make that positive contribution.
Quite a lot of finance in there, isn't there, this time round? I mean, is that
yes.
what you think is what's required then?
Well, I think any government needs a cross-section of public experience, not all from the business community, but they certainly need to have an understanding of what the business community needs, because unless we can grow the economy, unless we can get new investment, we haven't got the wherewithal to provide the public services that everyone wants or create the jobs that we absolutely need at the moment.
What do you think about the political side of it? Mr. Cretney's put someone up there for the Manx Labour Party, but also potentially you've got Mr. Cameron, who's putting two people up who stood in the elections. What your views on that?
Well, again, any member can bring forward any suggestions.
Yeah, but what do you think to it? Do you think that's a good, healthy idea, or?
Yes, again, it's interesting that the Liberal Bannon Party are putting candidates forward, because I understand they have in fact boycotted the elections for the last few years because they disapprove of the way that council is made up. So there's obviously an interesting change of position on that. But it's really down to any MHK to, if they wish to make any nomination, either arrange for themselves to be nominated or to nominate people from the outside. In the past, it tended to be always MHKs who were nominated to go up. The last few years, though, that practice has changed quite a lot, and more now we're falling on nominations from non-political members.
We surprised only one MHK was put forward, because, I mean, we heard all sorts of names. I mean, there was at one stage a raft of people who probably want to go up to get, the heat in the kitchen and all that sort of thing.
There is an element of that, but I think you mustn't lose sight of the fact as well, it's only 15, 16 months since a general election. Still very short time to be in. So I think a lot of members who might, in the long term, like to go up, are holding back at this stage. But the thing to remember also, of course, is this is only the first round. It's highly unlikely we're going to get 4 people elected on the first round, and the chances are it'll go to a second or maybe even a third ballot, and that enables an entirely fresh list of candidates to come out, and that might well include other MHKs.